My journey began with an earthquake in Albania. I was a student at the time, and when I saw what was happening around me, I knew that I need to do something. And I found a family of 5 that they have lost everything. I found a house and I bought everything they needed, and I stayed with them for weeks. At that moment, I understood that it doesn't matter how much you have, but how much you choose to give to others that they need it. People often see the differences as something that they need to fix, but being with them, I understood the opposite, and it is a reminder that they need to be seen and loved for who they are. And I worked hard to break the stigma and to raise awareness in this direction. But over time, my heart kept pulling me back to a specific group, which was marginalized women who have been silenced, pushed aside, and forgotten. And supporting them has become one of the most important missions in my life. And I wanted to take it to another level. Mother Teresa has always been my greatest inspiration. She came from a humble background, yet she has given so much to the world. So I decided to do something in her honor. I did an art exhibition in Cathedral of Mother Teresa in Pristina, a place that holds so much peace. The team of the cathedral was very helpful and generous, and that motivated me to make it happen. We gathered 32 pieces of art from 22 different artists, and the percentage of the proceeds went for marginalized women, and the day is going to stay with me forever. That spirit led me to publish my cookbook with 30 Albanian recipes, where I worked for 8 months, and I love cooking, and I think our culture has something very rich to offer. But more than a cookbook, this was a project of purpose. 50% of the book's lifetime earning go directly to marginalized women and the projects we're going to do in the future. Food brings people together, and now so does this book. And then it's Concordia, a school unlike any I've seen. It serves children from minorities and families that live in poverty. It gives them future, hope, and a chance. It goes beyond that. They also teach mothers of those children, who some of them never went to school, to read and write. I've been deeply involved in supporting this school, and I want people around the world to know about it, to support it and visit it. Concordia needs more help. What they do matters, and it's one of the most beautiful things that I ever seen. And it deserves global attention. I also welcomed several of those women to my center, giving them a spa day when we did their nails, hair, and skincare treatments. But more importantly, we connected, we talked, and we laughed. And we shared a day of care and dignity. And in those hours, I saw women who had carried so much pain finally exhale and finally feel seen. In the shelter where I volunteered, I noticed a heartbreaking pattern. Women were only supported for a short time of 6 months, and many ended up returning to the same abusive environments. That's why I created a short SAT course, teaching them the practical skills so they can begin to work and earn on their own. It was 1 week, but it was a start. And for some, it became the door to a whole new life. I also supported the incredible initiative of breast cancer awareness called Shliroit Cicat. We raised money through exhibitions and art sales for women who needed prosthetics and ongoing support, free of charge, built just for them. I spent time at the Red Cross too, serving meals to those who rely on them every day. Being face-to-face with people in need humbles you, and it reminds you of true value of giving, because it's not about grand gestures, but about showing up. I also returned to my own schools, my primary school, high school, and others, to speak about domestic violence, to talk openly, honestly, and without shame. Because many children still don't know how to recognize it and feel safe enough to speak. And unless we break the silence, the pain repeats itself in the future generations. These talks were deeply emotional, but also healing for them and for me. I am deeply grateful that through these efforts we've been able to bring hope, and truthfully, I gained more than I ever gave. This work changed me. It filled my heart in ways I didn't know were possible. It gave me purpose. Because at the end of the day, this is what matters most. Not how we look, or what we own, but how we love, how we give, and how we choose to stand beside one another. And this is beauty with a purpose.